Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Where You Lead podcast.
Hey, guys.
I'm Cassie. I'm the mommy.
And I'm Zoe. I'm the daughter.
And we're just very happy to be back with you all again. Sorry that we missed another week, but it's just the way that it goes.
Yeah.
It's just the way that it goes. We are doing pretty well over here. How are you doing, Zoe?
Good.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Anything you finished up this semester?
Fuck. Oh, this semester kicked rocks. I hated it. It was so bad. I'm very happy it's done. A teacher I really liked was a dickhead to me the last day.
Yeah,
so,
jerk.
Yeah, I'm not going to be looking at him with fondness anymore, which is great.
Yeah, that's always a lousy feeling when your teacher disappoints you like that.
Well, it just sucks when teachers dislike you when your grades get bad.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what reasons I provided him, when I emailed him, how much I would beg to catch up and get stuff done. He was only kind to me when I was top of the class, and he would only talk to me and pick my hand when I would raise it and stuff when I was top of the class. And then as soon as I would fall below that mark, I wouldn't get any attention from him.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But yeah, things have been good. I started doing my own eyelashes, which is cool. I'm doing lash clusters.
They look very pretty, everybody.
They're great, yeah. This is something I'll now be doing forevers in the future, which is nice. Forever. But yeah, and I'm seeing A$AP Rocky on Canada Day.
Yes.
Which I'm very excited
She managed
for.
to get tickets to A$AP Rocky, where I sat in line for 4 different concert dates for Bruno Mars, was 4,000th in queue, and still couldn't get tickets.
And I'm honestly more
Riddle
happy
me
about
fucking this.
seeing A$AP than Bruno. So.
Well, I don't care about that. I'm not. I wanted to see Bruno Mars.
I'm sorry.
I'm happy you got A$AP Rocky tickets. I wanted 4 tickets.
What day is Goo Goo Dolls?
March 20th, 2 days after we get back from Japan.
Okay, yeah, no, I have time to request that off work.
Yes, you got time.
I got time.
Give me time. Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, so she got her tickets. I did not get my tickets.
How have you been? Oh, reminder, I just got a notification. We didn't cancel my driving appointment.
Oh, shiza.
Yeah, so you got to do that.
Yeah, I should do that.
To get my N. We booked it a while ago. I don't know why my mom thought I'd be ready to get my N by this time.
I had hopes. It's sometimes good to set out hopes and then...
And know that we won't achieve them and then not.
That's not necessarily true.
So yeah, we got to cancel that. How have you been, Mama?
I've been okay. For the most part, it's been pretty good. I don't know. I don't have much. Work is fine. We've had some beautiful weather here in Chilliwack, BC, so the sun definitely helps. I will not lie. I'm feeling, we won't get into too much detail because that's not what the podcast is for, but I'm feeling a little bit of despair at the state of the world.
No. Yeah.
Especially with things that happened today. So I'm very happy for this distraction with my kiddo. But aside from that, I had a date last night with my partner, and next week I'm going dancing with friends. And then a little over a month and we'll be in Japan.
Which is awesome. I just put a TV in my room, which is cool.
Yep, that's
got a bunch of shelves.
very different.
Yeah, just things are going good.
Okay, but yeah, so we are gonna jump right into getting into this episode. We are on episode 16. If you are new here, this is just where real life Lorelai and Rory discuss these. We're working our way through the first 4 seasons to.
Who wants to go to Four Seasons Orlando?
Is that a
That's
meme?
a meme. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
too old. Anyways, I think I lost track of that.
Those that get it will get it.
Okay. What kind? Is it like a Vine?
It's a TikTok video that got famous really recently, where this mom was it's like this mom was asking her family who's excited to go to the Four Seasons Orlando, and this infant baby in a diaper in her
That's
husband's
right,
arms.
the self-aware baby.
Yeah, and he's
okay, yes. But yeah, so
I pooped.
Zoe. Okay.
Good times.
All right, Zoe and I are working our way through the Gilmore Girls episodes up until when they decide to go on their big graduation Europe trip, because that is our plan as well.
Woo!
We are almost on season 1. It took us a little while, but we're getting there.
Took us a bit.
But yeah, so star-crossed lovers and other strangers. In this episode, Dean tells Rory he loves her on their 3-month anniversary during the Firelight Festival, but Rory feels overwhelmed and doesn't say it back.
No.
Meanwhile, Luke's ex Rachel shows back up unexpectedly, and Lorelai suffers through an uncomfy blind date arranged by Emily.
Also, Lane has a really uncomfortable date that was going on as well.
Oh yeah, that is a little bit of a background story there.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Lane.
Poor Lane.
So yeah, let's open it up. We open to Stars Hollow.
Stars Hollow.
Hello. Stars Hollow, prepping for Founders Firelight Festival, and Rory and Dean are discussing some Russian book she made him read, and he asks her to take Friday night off for their 3-month anniversary.
What?
Do kids your age still celebrate like monthly anniversaries?
Well, I was going to say 3 months. I had that in my notes. First, the Stars Hollow origin story that they start with is very cute.
It's super cute.
I love that.
Yeah.
But 3 months is not a big deal. Don't get me wrong, I'm very big on like make every small thing a big deal and celebrate all the little things. It's very exciting. But I don't like they're treating like the 3 months like gotta take the dinner off. This is a big deal. It's not even an even number.
It has to be an even number for it to matter.
Or like 5 because that's a whole hand.
Okay.
6 months, I think like it is very normal to celebrate 6 months. That's half a year.
I think half a year makes
6
sense.
months is good. 3 months, that's like I don't even consider you a
legit relationship.
It's still a relationship, but 3 months you haven't even gotten to like the tough parts yet.
No. I feel like in high school we didn't celebrate, like the 1 month was big, and then when we got to like 6 months and then a year, if you managed to get to a year in high school, it's pretty impressive.
Big deal.
When we were in middle school and dating, whatever you call middle school dating, that one we did monthly because it was
I was gonna say back. That's what I was. When I see people doing monthly, like another month with the person of my life, it's like, are you a child? Is this grade 6?
Yeah.
People have had entire highlights on their Instagram in middle school dedicated to their monthly relationship celebrations.
And I think it's cute in middle school. Like when I was in grade 7, I got to a 7-month boyfriend. I think that's pretty.
fuck?
I think that's pretty impressive.
Weirdo.
Hey, well, it was your daddy.
Never in my life. Oh no.
But no, I was just curious if they still did that. As an adult, I think David and I celebrated 1 month, and then it went to 6 months, and then a year, and then after the year was just
Well, I think
yearly
it's like who
at that
is
point.
keeping track down to the day of how long they've been with someone?
woman?
No.
No?
Do you knew when it hit one exact month of you and David going out?
Yes.
I wouldn't keep track of that.
Yeah. I guess I just loved him.
1 month is one thing, but after that it's like oh maybe like I tend to be like, oh, I've known this person for 6 months. It's been like a year.
Oh.
I'm bad at that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
never
don't know.
keep track of it.
It's our next scene. So now Rory's gone home. She's excited about her date. She's trying to get out of dinner. Lorelai is apparently still hung up on Max Medina. And I just thought that was so random because we've done several episodes now, I feel like, where she
With
hasn't talked
nothing.
about him at all. And she's been flirting with Luke. And then she slept
Yeah.
with Christopher. And now she's all like, I miss him. But you haven't mentioned missing him
Well,
at all.
that's the thing. She's not genuinely hung up with him in this episode. It's not about him. She's just feeling lonely.
Yeah.
And that was the closest thing she recently had to like a successful relationship and someone who wanted her. And
Yeah.
she was the problem within it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, like here's this stable thing. I wish I had what other people have. She doesn't actually want him.
Yeah. You're totally right.
She's lonely.
And I get that. I just thought it was so
It is random.
I'm
Well,
like, wait, we haven't heard about him in
This show does
3
that.
episodes.
Yeah, they spring things that are very random.
But we're just going scene by scene, I guess. So
it's not too crazy of an episode.
yeah, it was a cute episode, but it was like kind of filled with stress. So
Yeah.
we are now and also I felt like it was just really scattered in where it was because now we are briefly inside Chilton and Tristan is making out with some chick against the lockers. If that felt like such a random
Well, they're showing
scene.
romances in the air.
Oh,
That's the thing.
love is in the air.
It's showing all. That's why we were looking at Suki and her relationship. That's why Luke's new relationship was going on. It's like everyone that they're surrounded by is with people.
It's got some sort of like kissy fever
thing going on. Kissing in the hallway.
like that is horrific.
Fucking chuggy. That is gross.
Yeah, that's so nasty.
That's what people did back in middle school. That is nasty.
Yeah, and
You don't do that.
I don't like to attack people's looks. So when I go after this actress, I'm not going after the actress. I'm going after the character. That the nerve of the girl that Tristan's making out with to look at Paris's forehead and say she needs bangs when her forehead is way bigger.
Really, I looked to see if that was the case. I didn't.
Oh,
agree.
I definitely
Paris
like, with
has a
that
massive forehead.
Oh, I don't think it's that bad.
It's not a bad thing. Big foreheads are great. She just does have one.
But it's like, ugh.
Play a football game on that.
I can genuinely say I don't think I've like heavily made out in a hallway.
You should not bring any of that energy to school.
No, it's
Point
so weird.
blank, period. And Mom disagreed when I said you shouldn't bring that energy to work either.
What do you mean?
When I said you shouldn't make out in the fridges.
Oh, a quick little makeout session in the back is fun.
It is. No, it's. But that's the thing. It's like people need to have fun and anticipation in their relationships where they do things they're not supposed to do. I think it's sad. Don't bring it to work. Don't bring it to school. Those are two places where it's unnecessary. You want to make out in
mature.
You want to make out in the car? That's fine. You want to. He's leaving work and you're still on for a little bit. You want to sneak a kiss? Nothing wrong with that. That stuff's okay. A quick kiss, that is fine. But it's just not necessary. And I think if you have to do that because you're like, oh, well, it's fun, I think your relationship's probably not in the best place.
Yeah, just a little boring, so you're seeking thrill.
Yeah, or it's just like you need the thrill to be, like a lot of people, they can't handle feeling bored.
Yeah. Especially like younger relationships.
I'd never fucking make out with my boyfriend at my work or school. That's unbelievable.
Well, I'm very proud
People
of
have
you.
sex in the bathrooms at my school. It's weird.
That's really gross.
Yeah.
That
headache that makes me throw up his back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Guys, I have this headache on one side, and every time I have it, I know it's coming from that one spot, but I don't feel it in my head. I feel it in my gut immediately. Like every time it pulsates, I need to vomit.
Have you been drinking enough water?
Yeah, no.
All right. Yeah, no, I didn't think so.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
We're going to stay on the track of
No, we're going to stay on the track of my forehead.
No, this public making out. Because the next scene is them inside the hotel.
And Suki's kissing her
No.
boyfriend.
Did you notice the couple making out in the hotel in the beginning? They're like sideways making out. So the one guy is facing forward. He's looking forward. The girl is facing like the direction of the camera. But they're making out in like this 90-degree
Weird.
angle.
I did not catch that.
It is the strangest thing I've seen. Like, why?
Although
he's not even looking at her, aimed at her, nothing.
That's
like,
realistic because you go out in public, people are doing. There are grown adults doing some crazy shit out in public.
Yeah,
they cannot just keep their hands to themselves. It's
I don't mind a little bit of PDA.
PDA is fine until it becomes foreplay, and then I don't need to see it.
Yeah,
that's how I feel
100%.
on that.
But this, this particular makeout session in the hotel was one of the most awkward kisses I've seen since Spider-Man when they were kissing upside down. Like, this,
you don't like this Spider-Man
I
kiss?
do like it, but it's an awkward position. This particular one was also.
You see that one clip of the guy with his wedding, where as they were walking down the aisle, a rope came down from the ceiling and he grabbed it and he went upside down and then he kissed his bride and then they continued walking.
No.
It's so cute.
Is it actually cute or is it cringe?
No, it's so cute and he's so strong. Like he flipped into that position in 2 seconds and kissed her and came right back down.
Okay, well now I'm going to have to Google.
It was so Google it. You're not going to Google it. You're going to go on TikTok and search it up.
I could Google.
No, you're probably not going to.
I don't think I'm going on TikTok today. It's sad.
I don't have a sad TikTok. I have a good TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok.
You got to get me on your TikTok then.
No, you're going to fuck it up.
Fuck it up.
You're going to make it sad.
Fuck it up.
Next.
Next up.
Next.
So we have Lorelai being all, I almost said anti-Semitic, but that's not what I meant.
Lorelai is not anti-Semitic.
Sinister. What is it when they're like she pessimist, but it starts with an S word. Oh my goodness gracious.
Sadistic.
Sure.
Lorelai's being sadistic.
She is very unhappy with what is going on around her, and so she goes to cynical, not anti-Semitic,
not sadistic.
So she's gone into Luke's diner, and she is looking for somebody else to also be cynical with her, and then in comes Rachel.
Yeah.
The dreaded ex.
Damn.
What do you think of Rachel so far?
I'm fine with her.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with her. I don't think, she mistreated Luke clearly in the past. But I don't know. She has the right to be there and talking to her man.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
She's also so pretty.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that hair.
I'd be upset if I were Lorelai too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
It's pretty stiff competition. I just want to take a second. Zoe had gone to the store the other day and saw a mug that she thought I wanted, and I turned down the mug. But if you, Miss Zoe, ever come across the mugs that are at Luke's diner, they're humongous.
That one was humongous.
Oh,
the one at the thrift store. That's why I asked. It was the Friends, coffee house mugs. It was the Luke Diner mugs. Like you eat soup out of that.
Oh.
That's why I called you.
I've made a grave mistake.
You did.
I'm a huge error.
It was a $7 mug.
I was that's why I said no. If it had been $3.50, I would have said yes.
Yeah.
But don't tell David.
No.
Nobody. And
now my
tell
whole
David.
face aches.
What? Oh my goodness gracious!
I'm in so much pain. I've had this canker sore that won't let up. It's been there for over a week, and it's causing.
Have you put salt on it or
No,
gargled with
because
salt?
that's disgusting.
Have you done anything to help yourself in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I brush my freaking teeth and I brush the freaking canker sore.
Well, you need to do salt water.
No, that's gross.
Okay,
Who are
then.
you, Granny?
Yes.
No. One thing. Oh, are we still on this scene?
No, go ahead.
Okay, moving on. We're on to the next scene where Lorelai ends up going to the dinner with her parents
Oh, yes.
while Rory is on her date with Dean. And Lorelai is like playing around with one of the figurines and she talks about Misery, right?
Oh, yeah.
She talks about Kathy Bates. And she said when her and Rory watched Misery, Rory couldn't sleep alone for a week. That's stupid as fuck. Excuse my language. Misery? What, were you afraid Kathy Bates was going to come out of the closet?
I thought the same thing.
That's
I'm
not
like,
a scary, that's not one where you're like, oh, I can't sleep. Kathy Bates is in the corner. No.
Yeah, it seemed like a very weird horror movie choice
That was
to keep somebody awake for weeks.
Very, very dumb and stupid, and Rory's stupid for that.
Yeah, stupid Rory.
I hate Rory.
Speaking of Rory, I want to go back a scene because we missed her
oops.
getting ready for her first date, and I thought she looked so pretty. Not her first date, her
got ready
anniversary
for
date.
her anniversary.
Her pink dress is my best outfit.
Lorelai's outfit at her dinner with her parents was
You liked the blue one?
It was nice.
No, I love the pink dress. I don't know if you caught the shoes too. Like she had the high-heeled
She had
pink
the
shoes.
cute little high heels. Yeah.
So that's my outfit win for this episode. But I thought she looked really pretty, and I'm very grateful that Lorelai told her not to wear either of those stupid sweaters that she
I
chose.
thought the sweaters were very cute. I liked
But they
them a
would
lot.
not have matched the dress.
Yes, they would have. They
One
were.
was red.
I think it red and pink.
Oh, I hate red and pink.
Red and
it's
pink.
like my
That's
least favorite color
romantic.
combo.
That's crazy. I think they're so cute, and I think it would have looked so good. I think sweaters and skirts are adorable.
I love sweaters and skirts. I did not like those sweaters.
I really liked those sweaters.
Fascinating. I thought they were ugly as fuck.
Well, that's why they're cute.
They're cute because they're ugly?
Ugly sweaters. Have you ever heard of that before?
No, I've
in your
never
life?
heard of
You
an
ever
ugly
heard of
sweater.
how ugly sweaters are cute and
Heard
trendy?
about ugly faces?
Fuck you.
Don't talk to me like that.
Did you see how she responded to me the exact same way? And then when she knew she was on camera, she was like, "Don't talk to me like
I'm not on
that,
camera.
Zoe." Yeah,
There's no
this is
camera.
being recorded.
been-
Can we move on to the next scene? How about we move on to the next scene? How about we segue into the next scene smoothly, smooth style?
Yeah, that was so smooth.
Yeah.
Okay, lead us.
So Lorelai's having dinner with her parents, and she's talking to Emily, and Emily's like perfectly cool with Rory being on the date and stuff, and they're kind of not really talking to Lorelai much, and Lorelai's like, "Ah, it's gonna be a shitty dinner," and then
He was really rude. What do you mean? Like she's shown up for family dinner and you tell her to shut up so you can read the
shut
newspaper.
up and don't sit with your hands in your lap.
Yeah, it was like so crazy.
And then there's a knock on the door, and it turns out Emily invited a person who used to live across the street from them to come over for dinner to have a possible date with Lorelai.
I think his name was Chase.
Yeah, this guy he's chasing those dollar bills, yo. He's a rich business boy straight out of business school.
Yeah, straight.
Yeah. So and he sucked. He
He
was
sucks.
boring and rude, and then he kept looking at Richard, and Emily was eating it up, but the whole time he's like, "Richard, and you'd understand this because you're a businessman, and all these the cute talk nicks and all this crazy stuff." And then Richard was like, "That's his name, right?"
George?
It is Richard, though.
It's
Yeah, okay.
Richard.
Richard the whole time is like, that's not my line of work. Like, why do you keep looking at me and acting like I know what you're talking about?
Richard was definitely all of us
He was
with
not
his looks
having
and
it.
glares. It was so funny because Chase sucked. He was so
just
smarmy
boring.
and so boring.
He
And
wasn't
then-
the worst. He wasn't
No.
disrespectful to Lorelai. He just was boring.
Yeah, and he was yucky.
Yeah.
And then it was like so mean of Emily. So Lorelai takes Emily to the side. She's like, "Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
I don't want this." And Emily throws in her face like, "When's the last time you had a 3-month relationship that actually like
Slut.
lasted?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm going, okay, but we're led to believe that Max Medina was probably Lorelai's first relationship in a long time, and Lorelai never introduced any man into Rory's life because that's why it was so
Because,
awkward.
but we know that she's been sleeping around.
Do we know that?
Yeah.
When do we know
That was like early on
Oh.
where she talked about like she's had men in and out of her life and stuff very, very short term.
Oh, okay.
She just does not let Rory meet any of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like Emily should be happy at the fact that like Lorelai wasn't just bringing relationship after relationship after relationship into her life.
Yeah.
But no.
I don't know.
No, okay.
Yeah, maybe so.
All right.
Maybe so. Let's consult the oracle.
Okay, what does the oracle say?
No.
No? Okay. Come back later?
Yeah.
Try again.
Come back later, bitch.
Before the dinner sums up, we're cutting back and forth between scenes, and we're now at the date with, what's his name? Dean. Dean the Peen.
Ew.
Well, he
This
sucks.
is a teenager.
Yeah, gross. He sucks. But watching their anniversary date was pretty cute. It actually like made me think of some of my earlier dates where it was nice. It's like those little butterflies when you like look across and he's like, "You're cute," and he says it like for the first time. You're all like, "Oh, this is my first like proper like anniversary date." So I was able to
Totally.
like, no,
I totally understand.
you'll
Been there, done that.
You'll understand one day.
Yeah.
But what do we think of him before we get to the main thing that comes up in the main issue in the date? What did you think about him getting Rory a car?
Beautiful.
That he was
I
is that
need a
cute
man-
at 3 months?
That's great.
It's
I
not
need a
too
man to get me a car.
too soon for such a big grand gesture.
No, if you've decided, here's my thing. If you have, I don't agree with dating someone, like choosing to be in a committed relationship with someone after only going on a few dates. I think that's a little bit crazy. I think it's one thing to be exclusive. I don't like the idea of choosing to fully commit to somebody who I don't know well. I know that you get to know someone better throughout a relationship, but I want to like be exclusive and continue to know them and stuff without fully committing, because it's like, okay, well, what if a week into we are in a relationship now and everyone knows we're in a relationship, he has a bad day and I watch that he cannot handle stress at all and he's an angry person. That's not something you learn the first few dates, because all you're seeing of that person is what they want you to see.
Yeah.
Right? So for me, 3 months, it's like, like with relationships, like, okay, you've been together 3 months. You've known each other a little bit longer than that too. There's nothing wrong with a grand gesture.
Cool.
Because you had the time to decide whether or not you wanted to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
And you want to know what comes with relationships? Giving each other awesome shit.
Yeah.
Doing surprises. Making grand gestures. They're not something that should like freak you out and scare you. Like, oh, this is moving too fast. Well, you decided to be in that relationship.
Yeah.
If it's moving fast, it's moving fast. If you don't want that, you should have said something beforehand.
100%.
Yeah.
That kind of leads us into
Love
moving
the
fast.
car
The
thing.
I love you.
That's not fast. What do you think about that?
I don't think 3 months is moving too fast to love someone at all. I think David and I said it within a month.
I did as well with the thing.
Yeah,
I had
I think
in the past.
if you love somebody, you love them. I'm also a very I love you person.
Yeah.
So
we don't really understand what it's like to have a hard time saying I love you to people.
I can say I love you at the end of the day, first time meeting somebody if we click and they're my friend.
I already said say I love you to all the girls at work before they leave.
100%.
Love
and,
them.
and the thing is that people are like, that's not genuine. Yes, it is, because I genuinely mean it.
I do love
If I
them.
tell you I love you,
I love
I'm
the
not,
version of you I know.
Yeah, I'm not smoking. It's not smoke coming out of my butt. I mean it. And I'm now your ride or die until you give me your reason to not be.
Yeah, people
you know?
think like in order to love someone, you have to know them incredibly well.
Yeah.
But it's like I can love the version of you that I have been able to get to know.
Yeah, that I know right now.
Yeah.
And I'm an empath and I love and feel deeply. And so we just come from a family that even though like growing up there was obviously the trauma.
Yeah.
There was still so much
The
love.
trauma.
The trauma. We said I love
Am
you.
I the trauma? I don't think I'm the trauma.
I'm definitely the trauma. Yeah, no, growing up, we had a household where it's like, we said I love you before we went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay,
okay, I'm
love
going
you.
pee, love
Okay,
you.
I love you.
Going to
Bye.
my bedroom, love
Bye,
you. So
love you.
that was a huge blessing. I know a lot of people don't grow up with that, and it makes me so sad. But I definitely did. So I love you after 3 months is not
Perfectly
too
acceptable.
fast for me. But how do you feel about how Dean reacted to her not being ready to say it?
I think it's fair because she didn't communicate it well, and I get it's supposed to be, well, she's young. No, the way she's saying that, like, oh, well, it's just a big deal. Like, I have to think about it. That's really big. Like, my mom said I love you to my dad. That was not a good point. I don't, like, if that's what she's thinking, the first thing she thinks about is like, okay, well, that didn't work out between my mom and my dad. That's a fair trauma response. However, she didn't give reason as to why that would make sense. Like, okay, but they did love each other. They did.
Yeah.
They didn't work out long term, but she knows her mom still loves her dad. She knows her dad still loves her mom. Her mom said the last time they saw Christopher that she'll always love him. She knows that existed there. I found that was a weird excuse to not elaborate on to Dean, and then when he mistook it for her being afraid about pregnancy, she got frustrated with that. But it's like, you didn't explain yourself.
Yeah, for somebody so well read and so educated, you think she'd have a better.
She's not good with her words.
Yeah, you think she'd have a better time articulating her words and her feelings.
No, but it was so bad, and
because I personally think she has a right to. If she doesn't feel that quite yet or doesn't fully understand, like she is young, I think you can't force somebody to have feelings. So she could have articulated better going like, I think what I'm working towards is love. I think I could have that with you, but I'm still not sure. I'm still young. I'm still figuring things out.
I would leave just like Dean did.
Would you really?
That's the thing.
I think he's such a jerk.
I don't think he's a jerk for that. I don't.
Okay.
Like, I think he is a dick for most things. I understand with this, like, okay, his reaction wasn't great, but yeah, she didn't communicate it well. She didn't elaborate. She didn't say anything like that. Like, I like you so much, and I do, like, I like love the version of you I've gotten to know, but the idea of being in love really freaks me out because it seems like such a thing you have to be so committed for. That kind of stuff is fine. She could have explained it in a good way, but he's also like, he's this young boy. Of course, he puts his feelings out there, his heart out there, and he clearly was one that took her to that dinner, right?
Yeah.
He's spending money, getting her this car. He says, I love you.
3 different pastas because she couldn't
Yeah,
decide.
he says, I love you. She doesn't respond. Of course, he's going to get, like, defensive and be upset because she's not articulating it well. If I was with someone...
I love the car.
Yeah.
The fuck?
The fuck? If I was with a guy for 3 months, again, we would have been friends for a little while beforehand, or, like, so I love you would have been said already. But by 3 months... If I said that and he told me, he's like, I want to like work towards that, I just don't know if I feel that way right now, I couldn't.
Really?
Well, I'd love the person at the set like immediately upon dating them. Like that's what.
But we're kind of weird that way. I don't think that's
stuff.
the norm.
But I don't understand. I think people look at things very black and white. Love is a massive spectrum. You don't have to be like, okay, but do I love this person I'm dating for 3 months how my dad loves my mom? No. That's not how it works. Same way with the word of forgiveness. Like all of this stuff, it's a massive spectrum. It's different for everybody. And I think I don't understand how someone couldn't feel love and love the person they're starting to date. That just doesn't make sense to me. If you are official, boyfriend, girlfriend, you should love each other already.
Yeah.
You should love the versions of each other that you know. You know? Because it's like, do they make you happy? Do you feel good being around them? Do you like who they are? Do you want to see them every day? Do you see a future with them in this relationship? I mean, you should. You committed to the relationship. That's love. That is. That's feeling love for them.
Yeah, you're right. Because love is such like a broad spectrum too. And... you kind of, you know what? You kind of changed my view on this.
It doesn't need to be star-crossed lovers.
Yeah. I always thought that he seemed like such a jerk for being so abrasive on, you didn't say I love you. But I do see what you're saying. At this point, 3 months in, they spend all their time together and they really care about each other. For people, at least like you and me, where love comes easily, and it would be nice.
She dressed up as a housewife for him and cooked him dinner.
Yeah, like.
And if this scene were switched, if she was the one that reacted poorly to him not saying I love you back, like if he was acting how she was acting, we would hate him.
That's true.
We would have a really big problem with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think people really get caught up. It's like, oh, well,
you're right. We'd be thinking
love,
like, well, he's never going to love you then, honey. Like if he doesn't love you yet, he's not going to ever love you. Like if he wanted to, he would. Sort
exactly.
of thing. You're right. If the tables were turned, I would hate him for doing what she did.
I'd be really upset if my partner, that long, told me they just weren't sure if they loved me yet, because to me that's wasting my time. We're already in a relationship and I'm still having to prove to you that I'm worth being loved.
Yeah,
that's how I would view
if David and I had been 3 months in and I said I love you and he was like, well, I love the car,
I'm not quite sure yet.
I'm not quite sure. Like it's a big commitment, it's a big thing. Well, then what are we doing here?
I want it to be a big commitment. It's like, you can also,
that's exactly right.
If the star-crossed lovers thing scares you, just love me really dearly as a close friend who you also kiss. Like you can love me as a friend. That's okay. If that's how you have to like move it around in your mind to make you realize that you do love having me around and you love the person I am, then great. Do that. But yeah, people just get really caught up in their idea of, and this is coming from someone who's experienced commitment issues. Like I get it. I get not feeling like it's right to fully commit to someone if you're unsure about them. But with my situationship before, like I said, we said I love you very quickly because we did love each other very much. Yeah.
Well, thank you for
Probably
that.
Like a month in.
That change in perspective. I still hate Dean.
Still don't like Dean.
But that's probably just because of my biases of what's to come with Dean. I know the future of Dean, and Dean sucks.
I also think, like, I feel like it roller coasters. To he'll be making the good decisions, and she fucking sucks.
Well,
or
Rory
they
pretty much always sucks.
And then, or I was gonna say, or they both suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rory, I love the show.
So he has to get a little bit more credit than she does, because at least at times he tries.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that little spin.
So
What's
what are
do
we
you have
doing
anything
on?
on the docket? Like,
that
we're not done
on
the
my
episode. No, we're not done the episode. But I was just wondering, like, I've asked a lot of questions. Was there anything?
No, I just talked a lot. I shared my thought.
Okay. So we're back at the dinner, and Lorelai is suffering, and my favorite quote is said, and it's hard to. It wasn't like a direct quote, but I don't even know what Chase's job is, but he's going on about his job and how down to, like, if he asks just a few questions, he can pinpoint to almost the day.
He sells like a computer program to medical institutions to help deciphering. It's like 23andMe, like if their lifestyle and their genetics and stuff are going to
You're so
lead
smart.
to like dying at a young age.
I was just like, big words, don't know what they mean. Not going to bother looking
I'm
it up.
pretty sure that that's what that was.
But yeah, so he looks at Emily and he's like, if with just a few questions, I can pinpoint almost down to the day that you will die. And Lorelai perks up and goes, go ahead, ask the questions, because she's so mad at Emily.
Yeah, because she's so angry.
And Emily's like, I don't think I want to answer the
And
questions.
then he's like, stupid fucking Lorelai.
Yeah,
You gotta ask the computer.
yeah, you're so dumb.
Dumb Lorelai.
And then-
right, George?
And right, George. And then George is all of us. The looks on Richard's face
Yeah.
are so funny. He's like, what
He
is this?
he did not like that guy.
No, he did not. And it was kind of cute because at first I was really mad at him, but then it was like clear that he was almost getting protective of Lorelai, being like, this is not the right guy for her.
And then Lorelai's like, I'm gonna go powder my nose, and
You're
she
gonna
goes
go powder
upstairs.
something.
Yeah, something. And she goes upstairs, and she's mid sneaking out of her bedroom window. And Richard comes in, and he doesn't really even say anything. She's just like, I'm sorry we had that big fight. I'm sorry you're so disappointed in me. I'm sorry I'm a failure. And I'm sorry that this is like too similar to all the times I snuck out as a child. But he's so boring, Dad. Like, don't make me go back down there. And then Richard's like, Emily, she's not here.
yeah. I gave Richard
Must have been the win.
I gave Richard my W.
Yeah.
For that.
I gave him my W too.
Yeah, because I just thought it was cute.
Gave Rory my L.
Oh, she got your L.
Yeah, because
You
of
got my
everything I
L.
just talked about with Dean.
My L went to Dean, but like I said, you kind of.
Dean does not deserve. He was a trooper this episode.
Okay. Yeah, you changed my opinion.
Yeah.
Fine. You know what? I don't want to give my full L to. I almost called her Lolly. I have
Lolly.
no idea why.
Lolly.
To Rory. I think I'm going to give my L to Emily for setting up the blind date.
I think
And-
like
and
it's
blindsiding
shitty.
Lorelai.
I think it's shitty. It doesn't like, and like her saying like, oh, you've never had a relationship that long. Like, that's mean. But when it comes to what is expected of Emily, that's not too crazy.
No.
And it did come from a place of just like she needs to be in control and she needs to feel like she's helping and making an effort. Rory, I did not feel had any concern for Dean's feelings in this.
No,
And
fair
she
enough.
was just being hurtful. I wish we could have seen the process of them discussing the breakup.
I would have liked to seen the breakup.
Yeah.
Because they're in the middle of a discussion and then all of a sudden not Lorelai, my goodness. Rory just shows up at home. She's like, we broke up.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, how did you, like, who was explaining? Did he try to explain his feelings? Were you trying to explain his feelings? Or was it just like,
That was like what we saw was the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
He just went, we're done.
and were they like, okay, like maybe this just isn't a smart decision and we shouldn't go through with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I would have seen a little bit more.
At least he gets a car out of it.
Well, she won't get a car.
No, he will.
Oh, yes.
He gets the car now.
I did think that was so romantic before that happened. Them like sitting
Sitting
in
in
this
the car that he's fixing.
yeah, in this junkyard, and there's like
Yeah.
the lights hanging above, and it was so cute until
She couldn't just say, I love you. I don't like that.
yeah, I know.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me how you really feel. Oh wait, you did.
Moving on.
Yes.
Okay, what do you want to move on to?
Well, no. So now we're at the final scene of Rachel has now sat down beside Luke, and she's asking about Lorelai.
Yeah.
And he gives her a really unclear answer, but it's still clear enough that he thinks things could happen with Lorelai.
Which he has the right to because Rachel fucked off.
100%. But then he turns and looks at her and he's like, but I'm also really happy you're here.
I thought that was fair.
Yeah?
I do. Well, I think it's like when someone you really loved and you didn't like hurt leaves, right? And they're gone and you don't have any closure with that. And then they come back and they're not giving you a precise answer on whether or not they're coming back to date you or anything. They're just here to see you. Then it's like, okay, he never kissed Lorelai. They never had anything.
That's true.
This is just a person he interacts with on a daily basis where there could be something there. And then you're sitting across from, it's either like, okay, Lorelai, this person I haven't had any experience with. And then you're sitting across from someone you were ready to commit to. You were intimate with, who you love very deeply. You saw an entire future, and they're there, and it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think things I've thought about a life like hanging out with Lorelai like that. But now that you're here, it's like I'm really happy you're here.
Yeah. And also, I think we can go like a little bit deeper into it because she wasn't off gallivanting in safe places. Like, if you think about it, she was off doing a report of the unrest in the Middle East with Israel and Palestine. So he probably, although he might have been mad and hurt that she took off and left, probably always lived with this fear of her safety.
Well, yeah, because we found out in the past episode, it's like she was just too adventurous for him and she didn't want to stay there, so she left.
Yeah, but then she's not off going to like Hawaii and seeing the world in like fun touristy ways. She's a journalist and she's going off into unsafe places. So
yeah, they didn't really. Before, when we were talking, like in the past episode about his relationship, she was just like, she just was adventurous and wanted to explore and do that whole thing. And then this one, they're like, oh no, but it's because she's a journalist. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I don't like inconsistency.
Oh, I don't think it was inconsistency as maybe just like dumb. They didn't quite have a fleshed out character or idea. But what I'm getting at too is when he says I'm happy to see you or I'm happy you're here, there was probably also even a deeper level to it as like, you're alive and you're safe. Yeah. Like he would know probably actually, you know what? There wasn't social media in the same way. And so he might not have even known where she was at all now that I think about it, because she wouldn't have been posting on Instagram.
She's probably journaling the stuff that she was doing.
Yeah. But so he would have had to find what she wrote in the papers.
Well, there was computers.
Yeah.
There was like...
But it's not the same way of like the constant updating that we get on where somebody was and their safety, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then he talks to Lorelai a little bit and he's like, see you tomorrow. Lane is having like a crappy date where she's not even talking to the guy she was set up with, who's like going to become a chiropractor.
Yeah, they're literally just walking around in a horde, not talking.
And then Lorelai just kind of goes home, and that's when Rory says, oh, and she tries to call Max Medina. I guess that's the other thing. She goes to call Max, which I think is lonely, so shitty
midnight
of her.
Booty call.
It's so shitty. Like he wanted you. He wanted to commit to you and be there for Rory and have that whole thing. You were immature. You almost cost him his career. You embarrassed Rory. You showed that you're a child and you're not on his level. You behave like his fucking students. Excuse my language. And she is like, oh, well, I can't have what I want, so I'm just going to call the old thing that wanted me. So
I don't get to have Luke, who I also haven't communicated my feelings for properly, like an adult. So I'm going to go call the person who literally said to me, hey, I tried, you messed it up. Now I actually need space because I nearly lost my job.
So I'm going to break that boundary that he set for my own pleasure. And then he doesn't pick up. And then Rory's like, we broke up. And that's where it freaking ends.
Yeah. And I really, I related to that final scene. It's
how many times did you come home to see me crying of the million times my situationship and I separated?
Or waking up in the middle of the night to you crying, calling for me.
I can't sleep.
It's nowhere near the same as being in it, obviously. But as a parent, like, hey, parents listening that have younger kids, nothing quite prepares you for your child's first heartbreak. My poor mom sat with me through so many of mine, and I just didn't fully understand. And you
sat through like probably 6 breakup, like boyfriends worth of breakups for me with just the one thing that I had to.
Waking up in the middle of the night, hearing your child crying and sobbing for you in the middle of the floor is devastating, because there's absolutely nothing you can do. Like, you can comfort them, but the helplessness you feel.
Well, especially I got to a point where it's just like, I was like sobbing, but you want to know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go right back. Going to go right back. And then what are you supposed to do about that? It's like, what are you going to ground me and ban me from talking to him? Like,
I could have tried, but it wouldn't have done anything.
It wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah.
When I wasn't allowed to see him, he'd still like drive over and we'd talk for like an hour.
Yeah. It's a canon event, unfortunately, in most young people's lives, but especially in most young women's lives. And I had to let it happen, but it was soul crushing. So seeing Lorelai's face when Rory comes in, he's like, we broke up. And I was like, oh, well, that's too real.
Yeah.
Did it feel too real for you?
No,
Like,
because she didn't feel sad about it.
she definitely didn't
She was
feel
just like, wait till we just woke up.
yeah.
That was kind of what it was for her.
Do you think it just was like from a place of shock and stunned, like it didn't feel real yet? We'll probably see more of the sadness in the
I
next
guess
episode.
it's shock, sure, but to me, it doesn't seem like too much of shock because she never seemed that crazy about him.
It's true.
So it's like, what do you expect if you're going to directly tell somebody, I don't love you?
Yeah.
Sorry. And then you don't try to elaborate on it. And then you break up. It's like, you basically wanted that to happen? Like,
Yeah.
you weren't thinking. I would be thinking in a relationship, probably immediately, I'd be like, when are we saying I love you? Like, that's a thought of, we will be saying I love you at some point.
Yeah.
That's all we will be getting married at some point. Like, if that's what you want, that's something that you think about. Something a lot of people think about when you're going into a committed relationship. You're expecting that this is going to be a committed relationship. Even if it's like, oh, it's unrealistic for teenagers to end up getting married. I would be pissed off if I was in a relationship with someone at my age.
And they didn't at least see that.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Like, I would never want my partner to say, well, it's not very realistic. It's like, oh, okay. So you're actively thinking about how we are going to face a problem where
when
we
this
have to
inevitably
separate.
ends.
Yeah, like that's not how I want to see it. It's you are in the relationship with the expectation that we will do everything we can to make this last forever.
Yeah. I'm not religious anymore, but one thing that came from like dating with being religious.
Flem dating.
Whatever.
Came flum dating.
Leave me alone.
Flum dating. I've never done that.
You know what? I'm not
Is that a
talking
new
anymore.
Tinder?
I'm not talking anymore.
Flum.
No.
Find your perfect match on Flum.
You're flum.
It's a fish dating app.
Anyways, one thing that they used to like teach was like you were dating to find your future permanent like partner. Like
Forever.
when you are dating, you are looking for that husband, that
person.
wife.
Yeah.
Even at 16 years old, like that's the goal,
Happy
right?
wife, happy life.
And I do agree to that to an extent. Like I think if you're dating in your 20s or whatever and you are trying to just explore and figure yourself out, like maybe you're figuring out your sexuality too, or
That's
if you're
fine.
bisexual, whatever it is. Like so, but I think going out into this world, you are looking to hopefully find and build that forever relationship with somebody. Or if you get into a relationship with somebody, you shouldn't have it in the back of your head, well, this definitely isn't going to last forever.
Because that's a you problem. That's
Yeah.
not a the two of you problem. That's a you problem. You shouldn't have gotten into that relationship
Yeah.
then in the first place. You got to go to therapy.
Everybody should be going to
You got to
therapy.
figure your shit out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I probably could have said I love you to David after the first week.
Yeah.
We've talked about it.
I
He's
felt
like,
that way after my situationship after the first week. Didn't want to be with him, but I loved him.
yeah.
Yeah.
But with David, I could tell we both were like, it's probably too soon to say it, so we'll hold off. And we held off as long as we could, which was a month. And then it was me that flubbed it.
It was me too.
Yeah. I was just saying goodbye to him, like, okay, bye, I'll see you later, love you.
Hey, that's exactly what I did too.
And then we both stared at each other, and I stared, but he instantly went, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, really?
Because he could see the panic that came across my face, because from my experience, I always came on or was
Too much,
told that I come on too strong, too much, love too soon, love too easily. And men were always scared off. And so I was really terrified that I'm like, I just ruined this.
Yeah, and he was like, "No, I love you too."
Well, no, he didn't say anything.
Oh.
At that point, and I was like, "I'm so sorry." It was literally reflex. I say I love you because it was at that point. It was like me saying goodbye to you.
Yeah.
Me saying goodbye to a friend.
It was the same way with the person I had. Yeah.
And then I got out of the car, went to work, thought about it the entire shift, and then he picked me up, and I got in the car, and I don't remember what the conversation was. I'm like, "Oh, it couldn't possibly be more embarrassing than randomly saying I love you," and he's like, "That wasn't embarrassing." I'm like, "Well, you didn't say it back." He's like, "Huh?" He goes, "Cassie, I love you." And then that was...
That's nice. I like that.
And then it was cute. And then that was when we just
That is
started
sweet.
saying it.
Yeah.
And so I went, just in case anybody asks, you actually said it first, because my first time was a whoops-a-daisy and yours was for real. So you said I love you first. Is what...
Bitch.
Yeah. How
Bitch.
dare he simp for me? He
Yeah.
still simps for me. He's the best.
I love that.
Yeah, it's nice being in love. People should love more easily.
I
The
agree.
world would be a better place.
So what's your rating for this episode?
Um,
I gave it 2.5 out of 5. Just like a half. This isn't one of those episodes where it's like, oh, I'd like to put this on because it's like a good watch. I'd put it on to deliberately not pay attention to it.
yeah, it was more just like, again, another anxiety-inducing episode
Well,
where
it's just,
nothing good
why
happens.
is everyone so immature?
Yeah.
And everyone is in Lorelai and Rory. Why are you guys the worst? And that's kind of how I feel about Zoe Deschanel and New Girl. Everyone, girls my age, love her and they really think her character is great. And I think what I've seen online, because I'm very much I see a lot of New Girl content, is hatred towards her. Like just disliking her character. I think people get really defensive because they feel it's coming from a place of not liking her femininity, not liking her childlike whimsy. And I love that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not the problem. It's the fact that she makes every problem in her life worse by being immature or she like tries to fix everything, but she doesn't know how. She doesn't actually have good, genuine advice or skills to help the people with the situations they're in. So she tries to take full control over the situations because she believes they can't handle it, but I can.
Yeah.
And then she ruins it. I feel just all the ways I feel with her is how I feel about Lorelai and Rory.
Yeah.
Except there's 2 of them.
Except there's 2 of
And
them.
that sucks. And Rory, I don't buy that she's intelligent. I
Yeah.
don't. I'm very well spoken when I need to be.
Yeah.
When I'm not swearing and saying like every 2 seconds, I can be incredibly well spoken. I can speak publicly without it being a problem. I have no problem really expressing my feelings to the people that need to hear it. And that translates into my work at school. Is my work ethic great at school? I don't know about that. But when I do a project and I do it to the best of my ability, like especially through English and socials where I am writing like essays and it's in like completely in my words and not just from a textbook, I do it incredibly well and I get incredibly high grades. And that translates into my social life. How the fuck does it not do that for Rory?
Well, I think that just like it shows you that there's a difference between being like well-read, intelligent, and also being like, it doesn't always move into being like socially intelligent, or like some people just can't take those skills and move them.
Well,
but
it doesn't make sense.
But they
She-
think,
the mom
oh, I'm
she
so smart. I
has-
read good books. I went to Harvard or whatever, but then they still can't be good communicators because all they care about is like, I'm so smart.
It just doesn't make sense though. Like if you're constantly consuming media about human interaction and you're watching what works and what doesn't, and you're being forced to study why these books work in the way they do and why the characters have the relationships they do, and you choose to do that in your spare time and read those books and stuff, then how are you I don't understand not being able to translate that into your own life. Because what is the point? Those books are not written for you to read and then not use within your life. You're supposed to learn lessons from books like that, and then you're supposed to have that change who you are as a communicator and a person.
Well, you'd think, but then you got to look at all of these people that are like, they've watched Lord of the Rings, they've watched Star Wars, they've watched Hunger Games, and yet they still think that Trump or whatever are the good guys. And it's like, you know that you guys are the empire, right? Like you can't, and that's just it. Some people genuinely cannot translate what they read or what they consume into their everyday
but
life.
also those people who like, I don't consider consumers of like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and Hunger Games. Like I don't look at that as very intellectual. What I mean, like his, no, it's,
no, I'm just bugging you.
because you're reading, those are books you read for like an escape. Fantasy and action heavy books and stuff, it's this escape, and it gets you thinking. It does get you thinking about politics and relationships and drama and all of that kind of stuff if that's what you want. But if you don't want to feel like focus on that, then it is just a fun watch or a fun read or interesting, something to escape. She deliberately reads books about the human condition. And like boring, huge fucking books about the human condition.
Encyclopedias.
Yeah. And doesn't do shit with any of that knowledge. I find, and then she continues to be a very selfish person while consuming books about how greed and selfishness affects each other and the economy and stuff. So I don't understand that. And I feel that that's where this show is really poorly written, I think, is in her character and like connecting her intellect and her emotional intelligence. It would make sense if her mom really struggles with that, but Rory's really good at that, because then it's that like conflicting dynamic between the two, but they're very similar in that regard.
But don't you think that makes the most sense because they are so codependent and they are each other? So it would make sense that Rory's trying to be better, trying to be smarter, trying to do things differently than her mom. Exactly.
But no, but we don't see that she tries, really. We know she tries at school to get good grades, but emotionally and through like her maturity, we never see that she is actively trying to be better. The only time we see that is where she told Dean like, oh, but my mom and my dad loved each other. That could have been an interesting thing where she explained like her fears in looking at the mistakes her mom made through that and stuff, and knowing, okay, well, I just want to be very careful. That could have been good to lean into, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So the dynamic between the two of them is just two shitty people continuing to be two shitty people, and it's like there's zero growth from Rory happening whatsoever, even though everything in her life should be creating more growth than Lorelai could even comprehend.
I'm starting to wonder if doing this podcast was a bad idea because I've gone from like dumbly just enjoying the show.
It's like a show.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so cute. It's so sweet. And now that I'm dissecting it, I'm like, these characters kind of suck.
Yeah.
But I still think I am going to love it.
You can consume it in a way without paying attention to it like that.
I still like the banter and the funny jokes and things.
I have a hard time with it though. I love doing the show with you. I don't think I will ever, maybe when I'm really old or maybe when I have a daughter myself, but I don't see myself, I will never turn on the show as a comfort show. Their attitudes really bother me, and I don't like that. I don't see like I know it's only been like the first season, but you're supposed to see like quite a bit of growth from the first episode to the last of the first season. That's where you realize like, okay, these people realize they have to change. Changes have to be made. They're actively working on their issues, and then season 2 is the start of new issues they have to work on. But I have
like
not
Schitt's
seen
Creek.
enough. Yeah, like New Girl, like Friends, like everything. But with this, I'm not seeing that.
No, and as much as I do, again, love the show, you don't really see that. I think we might get some from Lorelai.
I think we get a lot more from Lorelai from what I've seen.
Yeah, from what I remember. But yeah, you know what? I'll go with that 2.5 star. Yeah.
I didn't have a favorite song.
I did. Grant Lee Buffalo Mockingbirds. It's one of the songs that plays at like the very end.
I know the exact one you're talking about. I didn't have the energy to look to do to click a button on my phone. And
I clicked that button, bitch.
I didn't.
I clicked it, and
but
it's
I
a
do
beautiful
like that
song.
one.
So again, if you're new here, we have a playlist on Spotify. Holy cow.
I scared Sweetie.
You scared me. Where You Lead podcast playlist. We're already building it. There's already some great tunes on there. And then by the time we hit Europe, it should be a whole thing that you guys can listen to with us. But yeah, so go and like that. That's also our TikTok, our Instagram, which we don't really post to, so don't worry about that. But you can also email us if you have questions.
Please.
Or have suggestions. Again, we got slightly further on our Europe trip planning. We finally sat down. We have officially solidified where we want to go.
Where we're going. Now we just need to book the flights and figure out the hotels.
Well, we need to figure out the route. So that's where Cassie is struggling. I have all the places picked, but every time I think I have the right route, it's like, well, this train actually doesn't exist, or this flight would be too expensive, or how do we get here? Oh, that's going to be 3 train rides. And so
you can like pay like a travel consultant to help.
I could, but I don't want to. So I want to figure it out.
Would you like that to be one of my like financial contributions?
I can do it
to this. No, but I know like you can pay for like flights and all of that stuff. And am I supposed to pay a little bit of that?
No, I have.
Okay. You can pay for that and all that, but let me fork over a smidgen of what you're going to be paying to get a travel consultant to, once we know what we want to do in each place, help us figure out the exact route that we need to take.
Potentially.
Okay, she's not going to let me.
That is not true. That is not true, but I just feel like that is something that we can come up with. I just need to find somebody that's a bit more knowledgeable on Europe travel.
Like a
like a
travel consultant. There are
Shut
people
up.
online that would help.
Okay, maybe.
Okay.
But
We'll see.
we were so close to, I literally was looking at Airbnbs. I'm like, I'm ready. We can start booking our stays. And then found a flub where it's like, oh, wait, the flight from Amsterdam to Krakow is,
Krakow.
well, that's, or Krakow, whatever.
No, you're right.
At least I didn't say Krakow.
Krakow.
Is way more expensive. Oh my gosh.
Expensive.
Expensive
No!
than going from London to Krakow. But then it's like, how do we get back to Amsterdam?
Are those white
yeah.
books on your shelves Raven Cycle?
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
That's a,
Never realized that.
yeah, they are beautiful.
Guys, I'm up to 4 shifts a week at my job.
We were mid talking about something else.
I thought we finished.
No.
Oh, you're so right. Guys, we're going to put a pin in that. I know you want to hear. But let's finish.
I don't remember where I was at. Go ahead and talk about your dumb job.
Talking about our traveling and
Yeah.
how we were so close and then it flubbed. But we've been making good headway.
We'll get there. Anyway, share your job. She now gets 4 shifts a week.
4 shifts a week. I didn't think that was possible. I felt like that was a crazy request at my last job. And this was a seasonal position that I got. And there's a lot of other people doing like that have the position I have. And you don't need a lot of them working at the same time, especially closing. You only need 1 to close. So I was like, oh, they're not going to give me 4 shifts a week. That's asking a lot. But they recently posted in the group chat, they're like, yeah, sorry, we have to like cut a ton of shifts and everyone's complaining about how they're getting fucked over. And I was like, damn, this is not gonna work out great for me, but whatever, I'm still making money and I look 4 shifts a week, baby.
Yep.
Consistently.
Because they love her. She's doing so great. They
I am
actually pulled
very
her
good.
aside and made her feel like she was about to get fired.
Yeah, they're like, so how have you been enjoying your time here?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
It's like, Zoe, can I just speak to you over here for a second?
Can I steal you for 2 minutes just when you have a chance? It's okay. It's not that bad. And I
Why,
was
like, why are you doing that? Just come up to me and say, hey, I've got nice things
we were
to say
out
to you.
there
Can you
for
come
all
here?
of 30 seconds talking. Like,
Yeah.
they could have just told me.
But
it
she's
all.
doing a great job. Zoe has a great work ethic when
I
it comes
do.
to work.
School is a little harder, but it's like because work I'm following exactly what I need to do. It's not that hard. School, it's as soon as I have to put like my own twist on it, where it's just like
Yeah, or when you're a bit more accountable for your time. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, so she's doing great, and I'm very proud of her. And then she's gonna make that money, yo.
I'm gonna make that money, y'all.
All right, that pretty much.
You don't like that voice?
We're gonna end on that note. Thank you again so much for tuning in. Again, we just appreciate anybody who's listening.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the swearing. I feel I swore a lot this episode.
You swear a lot all the time.
Yeah, I do.
The fact that you even said part of my language once this episode, I'm like,
I
since
think
when?
I said it 3 times because I felt a little intense.
Since when, girl? Since when? But yeah, tune in next time and keep liking our podcast, sending us questions.
Like it right now. Comment. You guys aren't commenting enough.
Yeah.
Let's get some W's in the chat. Let's get some W's in the chat.
We love you guys. We'll
Okay.
see you next week. Thanks so much.
Tell them to put some W's in the chat.
Put some W's in the chat.
Say it with some oomph in your voice.
Put some W's in the chat.
Put some what?
W's
In the chat. Okay,
right.
we love you guys.
All right, Zoe,
Because
you
we
are.
aren't afraid to say it.
That's true.
We love you.
And you know what? I love you. You are the Rory to my Lorelai.
You're the Lorelai to my Rory.
Oh my gosh. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
We'll see you next
guys.
week.